Hi-oh, Silas here.
Sorry, the original version of the script was written in 2019, and with me cleaning my hard drive, I thought I need to finally delete all of this garbage. So today I want to talk to you about the Transformers Cybertron Satellite promotion, and the Transformers Town City Commanders. Transformers Satellite was a Japanese-only promotion for the Transformers brand, where many cities got a commander rank Autobot assigned to various locales in them, with a mission to protect their region. Each bot had its own weapon, matrix, and personalized insignia. For design, the marketing team looked into pre-existing designs and modified them to match each region's culture and style. To represent the promotion, stores got a massive matrix-shaped display screen, which ran a history video talking about the Transformers brand. The finger taps had portraits of G1 Optimus, Rodimus, Optimus Primal, Unicron Trilogy Optimus, Animated Optimus, Movie Optimus, Prime Optimus, and the Prime of the Chosen City. Its primary marketing push was a adventure-like sticker book collecting thing, where the primary objective was to fill out our official Town Commander Collection sticker book. The idea was for kids to travel from one city to another, collecting stickers with information about every prime. Takara was really pushing for the promotion of the Cybertron Satellite. It was mentioned in a few Transformers shows.
銀座のサイバトロンサテライトの近くだ。
よし、行こう。頼んだぞ、侍チーム。
It had its own mini-series of bumpers, shared the gimmicky time filler slot on the Japanese Prime dub with arms microns. By the way, go check out that video after you're done here. Like really, the plot of the Prime segments was that Vector Primes himself, the god of Transformers, the highest magical being that encompasses the whole life and knowledge of the species, just dials a group of Japanese idol girls so they can explain to us Transformers lore and promotion.
トランスフォーマー部を結成していただきます。
トランスフォーマー部？トランスフォーマーってこれのこと？車とか飛行機がカキカキってロボットに変形するやつ？私たちがこの作品のさらなる魅力を皆さんに伝えられるようになればいいのね。
Basically, they're doing what I'm doing, but 10 years earlier, they're official and they're a group of cute girls. Would you watch me if I was a girl?
Hi! Welcome to my super cutesy toy review! Hi!
Today I want to show you this mega cutesy Bumbleboy, his little robot body Bumblebee blade, and the hot but blue red echo of him, Hotshot. Are you ready to go on an adventure with me, Minasan?
The promotion was split into 3 waves. Wave 1 started in March 2012 and consisted of Akiba Prime. Akiba Prime is the Autobot commander of Akihabara. Before the war, Akiba was a music idol, but now she's an accomplished commander who balances between strict and gentle tactics. Her special ability is electricity control, given to her by her 2 electronic swords. Her art is modeled after Prime RC, but with some details inspired by Magical Girl anime, referencing the big otaku culture of Akihabara. Her electricity powers are probably a reference to the nickname of Akihabara, Electric Town. Fukutsu Prime. Fukutsu Prime is based on the Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe. He's the cool, patient warrior who never gives up. His weapons are a pair of hawk claws that let him defeat his enemies in a flash. He's assigned to the city of Fukutsu. I did some googling, but I can't find anything that connects Fukutsu and a Black Hawk Samurai sadly. If you know it, write it down in the comment please. Ginza Prime. Ginza is the commander protecting the district of Ginza. Every day he's calm like a sheep, but if needed, he can fight like a brave lion. In combat, he uses a staff called Lightning Rod, which allows Ginza to create illusions that help him in combat. His design is based on the Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime, but his armor is painted silver, referencing Ginza's history of minting silver coins, and he wears a helmet styled after a bronze lion statue. Probably it's a ref to the bronze lion outside of Mitsuko Hoshi department store, which is a popular meeting place. Ikebukuro Prime. Ikebukuro Prime is one of the most heavily armed warriors of the Autobots. He's equipped with a massive pair of bazookas, named 60 Ren launchers. The weapon can also emit powerful flashbangs with the strength of sound. Combine that with Noctovisor equipment, Ikebukuro can fight both in the day and in the blackest nights. The cultural inspiration behind him is his owl chestplate, referencing an owl statue called Ikefukuro-zo, while his 60 Ren launches are based on Sunshine 60, one of the tallest buildings in Asia, while his body itself is based on Universe Rodimus. Itami Prime is a Redeco of Legends class Starscream. I'm sure Takara would flip themselves sideways if they didn't release a Starscream Redeco on this reprint line, but other than that, Itami is a heroic warrior that protects the skies over the city with his jet sable. Yes, it's sable, not saber. Protecting the airspace around the city is rather important, since Itami is the place where the Osaka airport is located. Kawasaki Prime. After ranking up from an adjutant, Kawasaki Prime was transferred to the city of Kawasaki, and he immediately fell in love with the place. Kawasaki Prime just loves music, especially jazz. This works especially well with him, since Kawasaki City has the title of City of Music. Other than that, Kawasaki Prime has abilities to control water with the help of his bridge speed, which is probably inspired by the Tama River, which swims close to Kawasaki City. And also his story is based on Legends class jazz. Mito Prime. Mito Prime is the commander city of Mito. He was born to a noble family and has all the characteristics of a leader, except he often gets distracted and starts wandering off into the distance. His weapon is the Golden Gate Axe. With a mighty swing, he can bring even the darkest hearts to the sides of righteousness. Mito's design and personality are a combination of Transformers G1 Hound and the main character of Mito Common, a Japanese period drama, telling the story of Tokugawa Mitsukini, a former vice shogun who wanders the world hoping to make a change. And it ran for how long? Wow. As you can see, Mito Prime is based on the main character of the series, while his weapon is a reference to kanji in the word common that can translate into Yellow Gate. Nagoya Prime. He simply loves action. In combat, he uses the Sakashiko Blaster to overwhelm his opponents. Due to his way of life being called the Winning Road, the people of Nagoya nicknamed him Wiroa. Nagoya's robot mode design is based on the Revenge of the Fallen Ironhide, but his cultural inspirations are pretty fascinating. First, his weapon is named after a creature from the Japanese folklore. Sakachiko are described as cubs with heads of tigers. In Japan, Nagoya Castle has 2 golden statues of them on its roof. Also, Nagoya's nickname, Wiroa, is also a reference to Uiro, a famous Nagoya treat. Saitama Prime. It's kind of the reverse of his teammate from Nagoya. He simply loves peace. He doesn't want to fight so much that his weapon, the Rainbow Sword, works like He-Man's sword. By that I mean its only ability is to send out energy beams that purify the soul of its enemy. Something Undertale joke. His design is based on Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee, but painted white with many rainbow stripes, referencing how Saitama is called the Land of Color. Sapporo Prime. Sapporo Prime is the guardian of Sapporo. He may be acting really cool and emotionless, but that's just outside of the iceberg. If you get to know him, it cracks, showing a friendly guy with a big heart. His weapon is called Blizzard Fangs. It's a glove with sharp ice claws. Sapporo Prime is a combination of animated Legends Optimus with colors referencing the Sapporo Snow Festival. Sendai Prime. Sendai Prime is the Great Leader, located in the region of Sendai. He has a sense of justice so strong, it says that it glistens in his remaining eye. His weapon is the Zundan Sword, an almost magical blade enchanted with the powers of the fortress. Sendai Prime design is a combination of Prime Saber vs Bumblebee with Date Masamune, a warlord from the feudal era, who was the founder of Sendai. Just like Sendai Prime, Masamune was blind in one eye and wore a crescent moon helmet, while Zundan Sword is the reference to Zunda Mochi, a type of mochi made with mashed edamame bean paste. Tachikawa Prime. Before becoming the guardian of Tachikawa City, Tachikawa Prime had a choice to either become a chore liner or a military helicopter, and he chose the later one to protect the city from the sky. His weapon is the River Sword, a blade that in case of emergency can be used as a water canteen. Tachikawa's design is based on Revenge of the Fallen Springer. His military ultimate is a reference to the Tachikawa airfield, while his sword is a reference to the Tama River, which runs through the city. Umeda Prime. Umeda Prime loves pulling jokes and just goofing off, but if needed, he can become a powerful fighter. His weapon, Tiger Claws, is a giant glove that can slash his enemies hundreds of times in a blink of an eye, if things go right, since Umeda seems to be cursed by bad luck. Umeda's design is based on the movie Ratchet toy and the baseball team Hanshin Tigers. Yes, those Hanshin tigers that were cursed by Colonel Sanders. That is what the constant misfortune of Umeda is probably referencing. Yokohama Prime. Yokohama Prime is master of Kung Fu. He can move so fast it confuses his enemies. With these skills and his sword, Cruiser Seryuto, which legends say can cut seas in half, he protects the city of Yokohama. Yokohama Prime is based on the movie 2007 Jazz, with details based on a Chinese dragon. This is probably a reference to Yokohama's Chinatown, which was one of the biggest Chinatowns in the world. His weapon, the Cruzen Green Dragon Blade in English, is a reference to the Green Dragon Crescent Blade, the weapon of Guan Yu, a character from a famous 14th century Chinese novel, Romance of the Three Kingdoms, with the addition of the word cruiser, which probably is a reference to Yokohama being a port for cruises. Yokohama Convoy. Okay, I know he technically isn't a town commander, but his story is connected to them. The story of Yokohama Convoy was told in the Transformers Yokohama Decepticon Secret Base manga. In prehistoric times, Megatron is suddenly met by a weird dolphin girl. The bot explains that she is Navico, the AI that runs the Darkseid computer. She is a big character in the Japanese version of Beast Wars, where for the sake of gags and comedy, the production team turned the one time Megatron calls out the ship computer for info.
Navigation. Is this the right planet?
Unknown. Core settings were accurate, but readings are inconsistent with those expected for intended destination.
Never mind that. Tell me there is energon here.
Confirmed.
Into a full character with a recurring gag, where the computer often banters with Megatron like,
さてナビコちゃん、俺の星なのか？
ナビコわかんない。最初のコース設定は間違ってなかったのよ。でも行きたいとこと違うとこに来ちゃったみたいね。
まあいい。で、この星にエネルゴンはある？
ありますよ。
She got a brand new body as a result of Tarantulas' experiment. Not only that, Navi also has data about a Nemesis Prime, an evil clone of Optimus. Megatron starts plotting. He wants to add that combat bot to his army. To do that, Megatron sends Navico back in time to the place where Nemesis was located. Yokohama, Japan, year 2014. There, the evil Dr. Arkeville was in his base creating his evil clone of Optimus. Arkeville is ready to finish his project. The last thing he needs to do is this cookie power key that will activate his greatest creation, when suddenly he's stopped by Yokohama Prime, wielding the heroic Autobot cookie. He wants to use it to bring the Nemesis to the side of good. Their fight gets stopped when Navico suddenly bursts through the time warp and claims Nemesis for herself using her own cookie. The mix of morality of his form, wanting to both destroy Yokohama Prime but replace him as the protector of the city, makes him go on a rampage. Yokohama Prime calls in Mach 5, we'll talk about him later, and Kawasaki Primes for help in battle with the crazed clone, but they don't stand a chance against the Nemesis power beams, which blast them away to the nearby Transformers Expo, a real-life event which was taking place at the time and this comic was promoting. Nemesis wants to begin his domination by first taking over the convention, but the guests of the event, Optimus Prime and Bumblebee from Age of Extinction, won't allow that. Autobots start putting up a fight, when suddenly they get stopped by another Nemesis Prime and Nemesis Grimlock. Evil clones are now locked in combat with the Age of Extinction Knights, but as the robots are fighting, Dark Energon powering Nemesis Prime starts to interact with the Matrix, the Allspark, and the Seed. The mix of artifacts displayed threatens the expo. Nemesis notices that someone planned all of it. The comic suggests Unicron called both Tarantulas and Arkeville to set up this massive time loop to domino. Nemesis, still seeing himself as the hero, he vows to protect the expo. He absorbs all of his dark energon into his evil stickers, and the possessed vehicles get shot by everyone attending the expo, causing a much more controlled explosion. It seems Nemesis died, with his body lying lifelessly, with smoke coming out of his chest. But in reality, removing all the dark energon from him just turned him to an average Optimus Prime copy. He stood up and jokingly starting flirting with Navico, calling himself Yokohama Convoy, not remembering his life as the evil Nemesis. Navi is stumped from the stuff that just happened, and Megatron getting angry at her for failing her mission doesn't help that. Comic ends with the expo going smoothly, but Arkeville manages to get away with his evil Decepticon cookies. Yeah, this comic is wild. I don't even know how to comment on it. It's so many continuities and characters just mashing together. Baver's characters disappear, Nemesis Grimlock is now a thing. At least I can agree that it confirms to me that stickers are the source of all evil. After filling out the sticker book with the bios of primes I just told you about, the kids were supposed to find a designated Takara employee at special events, who was supposed to give them the final sticker of the final prime. Dimikron Prime. Dimikron Prime is described as the protector of Japanese children, a legendary hero who awakens from ancient slumber whenever Japan is in crisis. Legends say a portion of his spark resides in every Transformer. Dimikron was based on Takara Tomy, the company. His core character is a massive Takara and Transformers reference mashup. His name is a combination of Diaclone and Microman, you know, the two toy lines that influenced Transformers. His body is based on the 2010 Legends class Optimus Prime, with colors and head which are based on the Diaclone mascot, Robobase. His weapon, the Katsushika Blaster P-38, is a gold version of Gunrobo P-38, aka pre-Transformers Megatron, with a name based on Katsushika Ward, where Takara Tomy headquarters is located, and on his shoulder he has a logo of the Takara mascot Dako-chan, and... Ooh, wow. It didn't age really well. Now thinking, protects Japanese children specifically doesn't sound really well. So with the first wave of primes being popular enough, Takara made a second wave, which they launched in November 2012. Sadly, I don't think they had any sticker promotion or expanded bios, so we don't know that much about them as we did with the first series. Hakata Prime. The Hakata-ku prefecture of Fukuoka got Hakata Prime, based on Prime Cliffjumper and Kuroda Nagasama, a samurai who also wore a horned helmet, which is probably the reason why Cliff was chosen as the basis of this Prime. His shoulder armor is based on a Kataginu vest, which is a reference to Hakata dolls, which are often samurai themed. Finally, his limbs are in color and shape of a dish called mentaiko, which is the roe of an Alaskan pollock. Hiroshima Prime. Hiroshima Prime is a Transformer based on the Legends class Trailbreaker. His weapons are a pair of gigantic oyster shields, referencing Hiroshima's oyster production. Ishinomaki Prime is based on Prime Air Vehicon. He's assigned to the city of Ishinomaki, and his design is mostly a reference to the art of Shotaro Ishinomori. He has chest buttons of Cyborg 009, a Kamen Rider-like scarf, maybe his visor is a reference to Super Sentai, and him being a jet vehicon may be a reference to the character of Jetlink, Cyborg 002. All of these Ishinomori references are probably caused by Shotaro Ishinomori Museum being located in the city of Ishinomaki. Safety Prime. Okay, Safety Prime also isn't assigned to a city or a prefecture, but instead he is a marketing mascot, in collaboration between Transformers and Super GT. Super GT, which used to go by Zen Nihon GT Senshuken back in the 90s and early 2000s, is a popular in Japan racing series. Along with him, Takara made a whole toy line called Transformers GT. It actually has a pretty big marketing, like lore and stuff. Like Safety Prime and his brother, which you can call Mach 5 Prime, appeared in many promotional events as a full walk-around mascot suit. They also had their own toys, manga. Like, I feel it's enough lore to save for a full video in the future. Yurakucho Prime. Yurakucho Prime is based on Revenge of the Fallen Jetfire. The gigantic clock on his back is a reference to the famous clock on the Marion building, while his sword is based on the arc of the Yurakucho station and the Akochini lantern, which are often used as symbols of bars and adult drinking establishments. When I originally wrote this script in 2019, I thought this was the end. But guess what? I was so surprised when I was checking this site in 2024 and I discovered there was apparently a third small wave of primes in the year of 2014. We just didn't know about them until someone posted a tweet with them in the year 2020. They were named Nanba Prime. She protects the Nanba region of Osaka. She is based on 2015 Strongan and Osaka's cuisine, with takoyaki armor and a tempura flat sword. Sapporo Cho Prime. This Transformer protects the region of Sapporo called Cho. Based on 2015 Optimus, his armor is based on the famous Sapporo Clock Tower and the Sapporo Beer Museum. which apparently isn't located in Cho but Higashi. TF Wiki explains that the predecessor of this museum was located in Cho, so it may be a reference to that. And last but not least, Takasaki Prime. He is based on Transformers 2015 Sideswipe, just with shoulder plates that are based on Daruma dolls. Based on a monk named Bodhidharma, the dolls are supposed to be talismans of good luck and symbols of wishes coming true. Takasaki probably wears them since Daruma originated from the Takasaki. In the media, I already mentioned the Cybertron Satellite had a bunch of bumpers and stuff, but it was also mentioned in the third episode of Transformers Go, where characters literally use it as a real location in the world. Not gonna lie, this makes me think, where were all the local primes when Dragontron and his Oni attacked? As a headcanon, I can say that maybe they were like rescuing civilians from getting in trouble off screen. I mentioned the story from Transformers Expo earlier, the Cybertron Satellite and characters are seen there. Akiba Prime is mentioned by Crusher after she and Copter take over the Ask Vector Prime segment.
Hi, Axiom Nexus.
Don't. We renegades are getting sick and tired of hearing the pathetic excuses of Vector Prime and the Transtech. Classified this. I can't remember that.
It's getting kinda lame.
And since Cycle has demonstrated a complete command on Axiom Nexus Airways, we thought we'd share everything we'd hacked from Shockwave's labs and the Axiom Nexus database.
There are 5 members of the convoy that Optimus Prime doesn't want you know about.
That's right, but we renegades have nothing to hide and share this information as show of good faith.
I thought Psycho said we were doing this to stabilize Action Nexus politics and drive up recruiting.
Shut up, you fool.
Sorry.
The first secret member of the convoy is named Akiba Prime.
She comes from a place called United
Union 1212.01 Beta.
Right!
That was later confirmed by Rook in his news segment.
Recently, a source pirated the ANN airwaves to spread some information about the missing members of the convoy. We of ANN worked tirelessly and can now verify that the roster of the convoy is complete. Let's start with what we've unearthed about each formerly secret member. Number 5, Akiba Prime, the only female member of the convoy. You've no doubt seen her around the city, performing under the stage name Electric Town. Eyewitnesses report that her mastery of electrokinesis borders on supernatural. Her home dimensions and her evolve as an emissary once they detected an intelligence from beyond the reality they knew as home. She's one of the most personable of the convoy, able to put all who speak with her at ease. Her agent said she regretted being unavailable for an interview.
The character of Yokohama Convoy's mad story isn't over yet, since he appeared, or at least like his previous incarnation, appeared in the God Neptune Selects manga, which shown that there was a Red Order member who looked just like him. In toy department, Satellite had a bunch of different promotional toys and knickknacks. First, even though we had promotional pictures of all the different matrices held by Town Primes, only 2 of them were ever released as toys in November 2012, as Red Echoes of MP10's Matrix, limited to their own cities. If you spend over 3000 yen, you could get one of the 200 matrices, either Fugutsu or Mito. The Mito Matrix was later repurposed as the Purple Matrix in the Generations Selects manga. In December 2012, stores participating in the promotion got a black and gold Red Echo of the first edition Optimus Prime, named Dark God Optimus Prime. A few months later, in 2013, stores were hunted by the Nightmare Unicron, an even more evil Red Echo of Unicron, which came with a monochromatic version of Bogu, but you could also get him as a prize for the Arms Up Micron contest. But the Satellite promotion weren't only limited to the Transformers Prime toyline, since we also got a figure of Safety Prime. It's a Red Echo of Reveal the Shield Prowl that turns him into a motorsport safety car. It was given as a promo on Takaratomi sponsored events held by Super GT. Transformers Go toyline had a toy of Nemesis Prime in Hunter form. The bio of this toy says it's an evil version of Optimus Prime that was brought into the world of Go by the Black Legend disc. Earlier mentioned Yokohama Convoy didn't get a toy of his own, but the intention behind his design was to repurpose your Anniversary Edition Convoy toy that was given away at many promotions throughout 2014, the Lost Age toyline. The toy even came with the evil stickers he wore during the story. Lost Age also got the Black Knight Red Echo of Strafe, just Strafe, but he's black. In Transformers Adventure, you could get Sawbuck Minitron, which was like 1-to-1 to his Western release. The Golden Lagoon toy line, which was available there, is a small series of toy redecos focused on replicating the way Transformers looked in the G1 episode Golden Lagoon, which is both the source of the funniest gifts ever, one of the saddest moments in the Transformers story. In Japan, the toys that were exclusive to Satellite were Golden Lagoon Optimus, Golden Lagoon Starscream, and Golden Lagoon Soundwave. In the year 2020, the collaborative series Gigawatt was released as a Satellite store exclusive, while in 2021, the first wave of the vintage series Beast Wars toys were exclusive to the Satellite stores. The promotion push may stopped around 2015, but the branding, kiosks, and toys, they were still kept by stores all the way up to 2022, when Takara removed the Cybertron satellite from the website. But still, I feel this project has a lot of staying power. It introduced a bunch of cool characters, and as you can see, it brewed for a really long time. So like, I think it did the job with like promoting stuff and being memorable. Like, I remember it. Now I'm like thinking, if you were to give your village, city, or a region of anything its own prime protector, who would it be? What would be the design, name, special trait, weapon? Please tell me. I would love to read it in the comments. Thank you for watching, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out other videos, and bye.